Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Docents Digitalis TV. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to ask questions in English. Asking questions is a fundamental skill in any language, as it helps you gather information, express curiosity, and keep conversations going. So, let's go over the basic question structures, common question words, and some tips to help you ask questions confidently in English. Step 1. Learn the basic question words. In English, questions often begin with one of these words: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Let's go through each one with an example. Who is used to ask about people. For example, who is your favorite teacher? What is used to ask about things or activities. For example, what is your name? Or what do you do? When is used to ask about time. For example, when is your birthday? Where is used to ask about places. For example, where do you live? Why is used to ask about reasons. For example, why are you learning English? How is used to ask about the way something is done or to describe something. For example, how are you? Or how do you make this recipe? Practice using these question words to help you start forming basic questions in English. Step 2. Understand the question structure. In English, most questions follow a simple structure. For questions using to be verbs like am, is, or are, start with the verb followed by the subject. For example, is she a student? Are you ready? Am I late? For other verbs, use the auxiliary verbs do or does for present tense and did for past tense, followed by the subject and the main verb. For example, do you like pizza? Does he play soccer? Did they go to the concert? Understanding this structure will help you form many types of questions easily. Step 3. Use tag questions for confirmation. Tag questions are short questions added to the end of a sentence, often used to confirm information. For example, it's cold today, isn't it? Or you're coming to the party, aren't you? Use a positive tag question if the sentence is negative and a negative tag question if the sentence is positive. For example, you don't like coffee, do you? This structure helps you check if the information is correct or get the other person's opinion. Step 4. Ask yes/no questions. Yes/no questions are simple and usually start with auxiliary verbs like do, does, did, is, are, or was. For example, do you speak English? Is it raining? Was the movie good? These questions are designed to get a yes or no answer, making them straightforward and easy to understand. Step 5. Practice open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are used when you want more detailed information. Instead of getting just a yes or no answer, these questions invite the other person to give more information. Use question words like what, why, or how to start. For example, what do you like about this city? Why did you choose to study English? How do you spend your weekends? These questions encourage the other person to share more and help keep the conversation flowing. Step 6. Ask indirect questions to sound polite. If you want to sound more formal or polite, use indirect questions. Start with phrases like, could you tell me? Or do you know? For example, could you tell me where the nearest bus stop is? Do you know if there's a pharmacy nearby? Indirect questions soften your language and make your questions sound more courteous. Step 7. Avoid common mistakes. One common mistake is forgetting to switch the subject and the verb when forming a question. For example, instead of saying, you are ready, say, are you ready? Another mistake is using the wrong auxiliary verb. Remember to use do or does for present tense and did for past tense. Practice makes perfect. The best way to get comfortable asking questions is to practice regularly. Try forming questions using each of the question words we've covered today and practice asking them to friends or language partners. The more you practice, the easier it will become. With these tips and structures, you're now ready to start asking questions in English like a pro. Practice these techniques, and you'll feel more confident gathering information and engaging in conversations. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Docents Digitalis TV for more tips and lessons to help you master English. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep practicing, and happy learning!